Hey guys, I'm Roll today. So in today's video, we're talking the All Blacks versus the Springboks for round 5 of the Rugby Championship. Of course, this will be the 100th test between both of these great nations, and that should be a very good game. Of course, in my opinion, I would say there's not much on the line within this game, as the All Blacks have, you could pretty much say, have won the Rugby Championship already. It's one of those where I believe it's the Springboks who are 10 points behind them, so they have to win. Obviously, they have to get 2 bonus point victories against the All Blacks. So it's kind of statistically, obviously, it's still probable, but it's just so unlikely that it's going to happen. So for that reason, I think the All Blacks have won the Rugby Championship already, but obviously, this will be a great game to watch no matter what. I mean, both of these sides always put up a good performance against one another. And yeah, it should be pretty exciting. Because, of course, if you guys didn't know, I mean, this is like the last time these two sides obviously played against each other was the 2019 Rugby World Cup in the group stages. Because, of course, South Africa wasn't actually involved within last year's one. And that meant that obviously they didn't actually play the All Blacks. So for that reason, yeah, this is the first time these nations are playing or facing off against one another in a very long time. So yeah, pretty excited in that point of view. But of course, this game will be played within Australia once again, and of course, this will be played within North Queensland Stadium within Townsville. So I wouldn't. You could say it's a weird location within Australia, obviously for this this actual game for the 100th test to actually be played. But other than that, just very excited. But anyway, just to get cracking on into it, of course, we'll go over the All Blacks starting lineup first. So here is the All Blacks starting lineup. But yeah, with the All Blacks, of course, they have gone the likes of Joe Moody at number 1, as well as, Kelly Taylor at number 2, as well as Nepalala at number 3. So yeah, a pretty standard front row, to say the least. Obviously, they've made that one switch within that front row with the likes of George Bower now going out in replace of Joe Moody. So yeah, not really too much of a difference. I think Joe Moody brings obviously a lot more experience. So other than that, it's pretty casual for what it is and should be pretty strong, obviously. Should challenge, you could say, this Springbok front row. But of course, with the lock pairing, we do the likes of Retallick as well as Scott Berg. So again, another great lock pairing for the All Blacks. Probably their best one they can actually go with at the moment. It's pretty good for what they have. But obviously, you would have Whitelock in there. I'd probably say Retallick Whitelock is probably the main one. But obviously, for the meantime, I think Barrett does pretty well to get into that. Get into his place. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the loose forwards, of course, for the All Blacks, we do the likes of Keir Lione at number 6. We have Artis Villa at number 7, who of course is the captain for the All Blacks, and at number 8 we have Luke Jacobson. So again, we've made some few switches, you could say, within this loose forward pack. Obviously, with Akira and Luke Jacobson obviously returning back to the starting lineup. So it should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty interesting to see how they actually get along. But other than that, yeah, it should be good actually, because that will probably be the key battle from the breakdown actually. Between those loose forwards, whoever wins that, I think, will actually win this game. But in my opinion, I would say the All Blacks actually have a stronger loose forward pack. But that's obviously up for debate. Definitely comment below what you think about that. But anyway, moving on towards the back line for the All Blacks. Of course, for number 9, we do the likes of Tisha Perinara as well as Beauden Barrett at number 10. So again, a good combination to say the least. Obviously unchanged from last week. Well, not unchanged, but obviously Beauden Barrett actually returning into the side. Following last week's victory over the Pumas. But yeah, should be pretty good to see how he gets along, obviously, against the Springboks. Of course, for the center combination for the All Blacks, they have gone the likes of David Havili at 12, as well as Reiko Luani at 13, which is a very bold call, to say the least. Not that I'm saying I'm happy, because as a Blues fan, I'm super excited to see him get that 13 spot. But it's one of those where it does show that this could be the All Blacks, what they consider the best starting center pairing, instead of having originally in my thinking it would be like Havili and Alexander Brown, but I think just because Reiko's done so well at 13, obviously for the Blues and now for the All Blacks, and the performances he's done recently, that he's kind of staked his claim, obviously, and he's got the starting position. So yeah, obviously happy for Reiko at that point in time. But of course, with the wingers, we do the likes of George Bridge at number 11, as well as Will Jordan number 14. So I would preferably I wanted to see Severese at 11, but I understand why they come with George Bridge. And of course, Will Jordan's done pretty well at 14, so it's pretty understandable why he's within that position once again. Of course, with the 15th spot, we do the likes of Jordy Barrett, who finishes off the team. And yeah, I would have liked to see Demi McKenzie, to be perfectly honest, but at the same time, Jordy Barrett, he is very good, a very good player to have, and obviously he's good on the high ball as well as his kicking. So for that reason, I'm not really going to judge him. Obviously, it's really a 50-50 toss, but yeah, pretty happy with that squad overall. But of course, that is it with the All Blacks starting lineup. I'll move now on to the Springbok starting lineup. So of course, here is the Springbok starting lineup. I'll run it by you guys right now. So of course, with the number 1 position, we do have the likes of Trevor Indian Kanye at number 1, as well as Imbonombi at number 2 and França Merva at number 3. So yeah, very excited to see these three get along. It's surprising that, in my opinion, it's surprising they still haven't gone with, Klitschko off the start, but I understand why they've gone with Incagne once again, because he has really proven to, he's really improved, you could say, throughout this year in particular, obviously against that the Lions series, as well as the Pumas as well. So, yeah, and you could say he stood out against the Wallabies at some points. The front row was also doing pretty well with him in it, so I don't think they should really change that, because I think obviously that's what the Springboks are still doing pretty well at, even though they have obviously lost their last 2 games. They have won scrum penalties pretty well. So for that reason, I can definitely see why they've stuck with Trevor and Incagne in that number 1 position. But anyway, moving on to the locks, of course, for the Springboks, we do the likes of Etabeth as well as Lord Diego. So of course, Lord Diego does return for the Springboks, which is exciting to see. For the loose forward pack, of course, we do the likes of Sia Khaleesi, number 6, who of course is the captain for the Springboks. And number 7, we do the likes of Quagga Smith, and then of course at 8, we have the likes of Dwayne Vermeulen. So yeah, again, we have Quagga Smith obviously in for Franco Mostert, so a big decision there obviously, but I think it was the right one, so we'll see if it pays off. But anyway, we'll move on to the back line, of course, for the Springboks. For the number 9 position, we do have the likes of Flap de Kirk. Number 10, of course, we do have the likes of Andre Boddard. So again, another great pairing, and should really challenge the combination of Tito Hernar and Budden Barrett. So we'll have to see who wins those key battles within this game for sure. But yeah, anyway, moving on towards the centres. Again, the Springboks have gone with the same centre pairing with the likes of Damien Delende as well as Lokanyo Am. So yeah, it's not really surprising this early. So I think it's kind of what you expect from these Springboks. But yeah, they should do pretty well, obviously, within this game. And obviously, Lokanyo Am did get a try in the last game. So hopefully he can have more involvements against the All Blacks in this one. So again, with the wingers, of course, for the All Blacks, for the Springboks, they have gone the likes of Impimpi at number 11, as well as Nkosi, number 14. And of course, at number 15, they have gone with the likes of Willie LaRue. So again, an unchanged, you could say, both with wingers and fullbacks. So should be pretty interesting to see how all 3 of them get along. But other than that, that's kind of it with the Springboks side. So yeah, if I had to make my prediction for this game, I think I would have to lead it towards the All Blacks, just because I'm going off recent form, but also just because I think the All Blacks are in a better place at this moment of time. So I think for that reason, I'm going to say that the All Blacks will win this game by I'll say by 8 points. So I'm going to say they'll win this game by 30 points to 22. Yeah, I'll say 30 points to 22 is my final prediction for this game. But other than that, just hope you guys have a good day, and other than that, just talk to you guys soon.